Welcome to BIT first semester revision series. Today we are going to do the personal computing subject. As I said in the earlier lecture, this subject based on 5 softwares, and based on these 5 softwares we are going to create 5 questions for the practical examination. Up to now we did 2 questions. Now let's do another question based on calc software. Let's go to the first question. In the first question we were asked to create a blank spreadsheet in OpenOffice Calc and save it using index number question code as shown below. I think by now after going through those first 2 lectures you know how to save it, but let's see how to do it for calc. First, open calc software. You will see it like this, and then go to file, click the save button, or else you can click the save button in the ribbon. I am going to save it with my index number dash and then calc question code, which start with capital C. Then you have to put the number here. You can save it. Question number 2 is create a worksheet with the given data within cell range A1 to I9 as shown below. That means you have to use A1 is this cell and I9 is this cell. So, within this range only you have to create the worksheet. Let's see the worksheet. This is the worksheet of the that given in the question paper. First you have to add a title and college, and then subtitle, mark sheet for A-level biology, and then a table. Notice that in title and subtitle these cells been merged. So let's add this data. I am going to type and college, that is title of the table, mark sheet for A-level biology class A, that is the subtitle, and then index number 1, number, column, then here in the question under the index number you will see from 1001 to 1006. You don't have to type it all. You can highlight these two numbers and then click the small box you can see, then drag it down. Without typing you can easily edit your worksheet. Next one is name. Then let's type the next column, physics marks. Let's add the physics marks. Then chemistry marks. This one is absent. Biology. Fish. Then topics total, average and frank. This column has to be merged. You can use this button and merge the cell. And also you can see it in the question paper, it is been aligned center. You can align it. Second title or the subtitle also merged and also aligned center. So you can make it. Also you can see this table has all the borders. So you can add borders. So this is the table, and also head row also got a background color. So I'm going to add a background color of gray. So once you add the create the worksheet, you can see it like this. This is the worksheet that's given in the question. So let's go to the third question. Bold and center the title and college and the subtitle mark sheet for A-level biology class A within the table, and change the font size 16 and for the main title and the 14 for the subtitle. So according to the question, you have to select this title and subtitle. You have to make it bold. We already centered it, so no need to center it again. And also ask first title to be font size 16. So let's change the font size to 16. And then subtitles being asked to change the font size 14. Let's change it to 14. Okay. The fourth question. Use relevant formula to calculate total marks of Lienage, index number 1001, and copy the formula to the relevant cell. Okay. Now you need to fill this total column. Normally total marks mean you have to sum or add all the marks into these total columns. Physics, chemistry, biology, English marks for Lienage. Now normally it means you need the sum for it. So you can type the formula like this, sum. You can press enter and then select the series. Once you press it, click enter, then you can have total marks for Lien again. One thing is you can do it like this, but just in case if you can't remember your formula, then you can use this function wizard button, and then you can see all the functions that you need. Once you click it, it says what it has it's been doing. Calculate the date of Easter Sundays in given year. All the formulas are there, so you can find it from here. Anyway, now I'm created the formula to add all the marks for Lien again, and I need to fill up that column. Get marks total sum. For the other students, you can do it easily, which is that's a small square here. You can drag it down. No need to type that formula over and over again. Okay, let's go to the fifth question. Use relevant formula to calculate average marks of Lien index number 1001 and copy the formula to the relevant cell. Now let's see how to fill up this average column. For that, we can either go from this function wizard. If you know the function correctly, you can just type it like I did before with the sum. For learning purposes, let's use this function wizard. In the function wizard, there is average function. Let's find it. This is the average function. It defines return average of a sample. So let's go to the next one. You need to find the average of a series of this chemistry, physics, biology and English papers, and you already given the series. Now if you click OK, then average will become like 61. You don't need to type all the functions to each and every cell. You can just click your function in one cell and then drag the small box or small square and get the functions to each and every cell. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Format the average column with 2 decimal places. Here in this answer, we have few decimal places for the third and fifth one. And for the other answers, we have no decimal places. But in the question paper, we were asked to give 2 decimal places. So let's see how to give 2 decimal places. For that, you just have to highlight this required column and then right click that column, then click format cells. In the format cells pop-up, you will see this decimal places and you can define 2 here. Now let's click OK. Now there will be 2 decimal places for all the cells in average column. Now let's go to the next question, 7th one. Use the relevant formula to find the rank of Lien and copy the formula to relevant cell. So as obviously only column that is not filled up yet is the rank column. So you have to fill it up. I know that this rank is not that familiar to some students, but normally when we ask like this, you have a function here. You can easily get this ranking. There's a function called rank. If you are not familiar with this function, use function wizard. You can get a detail about it and everything in function wizard. But if you know these functions, then you can just type it. To get a rank, you need to have rank function. So you can type rank here. Then once you press enter, then rank will be added. You need to know rank based on the total, normally ranking like that. So you can click total. For Lien it should be this cell. So you can click it and semicolon. Next one is you need to give series where you need to get a rank from. So, this is the series and you can give a ranking. So, once you press enter, it is third rank. And also we were asked to fill up this rank column. But the problem is, if you fill up it like before, see here, you will get like this. If you go to this function, it choose G5 and series is this. But it is not correct when you are dragging this function. Normally, okay, let's delete this one and give a border. Okay, you need this series to be static. So, that means this cell can be changed, because for Ratnayaka you need to know what is the rank of Ratnayaka. So, the value shouldn't be changed, but this series should be static, because there are 6 students in this class, and among these 6 students only that we gonna rank these students. So, we need to make it static. For that we need to use $sign mark after each and every letter and number. So, after G4 I am going to use this dollar mark, and after G and also after 9 I am going to use dollar mark. Now, you can press enter. Now, let us try to drag it down. See, now these students been ranked. Number 1 is Ratnayaka. Let us see his formula properly. See, this is the formula. Rank is the function and G5 is the Ratnayaka's cell, total cell, and these are the series G4 and G9, from G9 to G4. G9 to G4 is the series. If you press OK, he will be number 1. Next, go to the question number 8. Use conditional formatting to change the color of the cell of which of the average mark is more than 60 in green. So, from this average marks, you have to color in green if you score more than 60. So, if you score less than 60, it should be colored. So, let us put some conditional formatting. Before adding conditional formatting, you have to select that average column, and then before you do any conditional formatting, you have to select the column which is average column. Now, you can go to the format tab and then click conditional formatting button. Then you will get a pop-up like this. It says cell value is, there is a drop down menu. So, we need to consider about cell value should be more than 60. So, cell value is okay, not equal to, it should be more than. So, it should be greater than. So, you can select greater than. Then number is 60. You can select 60, and cell style, this default is fine. You have to define a new style. You have to define a color. So, for that you have to click background and then click any of these green colors. So, you can click OK. Now, click OK. So, once you click OK, average marks more than 60 will be colored in green. That is called conditional formatting. Okay. Next question. Next question is, insert your index number in the center of the footer. Normally in calc, even though you added a footer, you can't see it in a normal sheet. You have to go to print preview and see that footer. But anyway, you have to add it, and then we will see how to do it. To do it, you have to go to format and then get page. Under page, there is a header and footer, but in the question it was asked to add a footer for the center. Okay, go to the footer, footer on, and then let's edit. Footer has to be in center, but it shouldn't be page 1, it should be your index number. Let's add my index number. Customization is okay. Now let's add. Now you can click OK and footer will be added. Okay, let's go to the next question, 10th one. Select the columns index number, physics, chemistry, biology and English and draw a column chart as shown below. So you have to select according to the physics, chemistry, biology and English. You have to draw a chart. Let's see our chart. So you have to draw a chart like this. So let's see how to draw a chart like this. Here, add a chart like this. Let's first select the marks area and then insert a chart. So chart will be created like this, and then let's click next. Data range is been already selected, it's okay. Now if you click next, then chemistry, physics, biology marks will be is given like this, and you have to find categories for it. Categories should be not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it should be their index numbers 1001 and 1002 like that. So let's find that index number. Let's click next. Then you need to give a title and subtitle and x-axis. Here in the question they were given the title and college and the subtitle mark sheet A-level biology class A. Let's put it. Mark sheet okay. Now you can define numbers and marks here. And it will be added like this, and then y-axis to marks. Once you click it, it will be added like this. So you can finish it. So this is the chart that given. So let's go to the next question. Next question is, insert the title and college and subtitle mark sheet for A-level biology class A to the top of the chart. Normally, since we assume that sometimes you might forget, once you add the chart, you might forget to apply all the details in the chart in the question paper. So we give questions. We specifically ask for those elements and we give questions for that. But since I check the chart and then draw this chart that were asked in the question were already answered. For an example, adding title and subtitle is also been answered in this question. Then x-axis label with index numbers. So x-axis also, like we did the chart, it's been labeled as index numbers, and index numbers you can see that in the chart. Next question, label x-axis title as index numbers and y-axis title as marks. So as I said earlier, it's already been done. And 14th question, which happens to be the last question. Label legends for 4 subjects: physics, chemistry, biology and English. Note, make sure to get a graph similar to the one given below. So, at the beginning of the question, which is 10th question, select columns when you are drawing a column chart. I already look at the image given and then I created a similar one. We give question to specifying those things because we are assuming that really need you to add those elements to your chart. That's why we give questions. So, we are emphasizing that we need those elements. But if you see the chart given in the question paper, if you create a similar chart like that, then there is no need to do it again. You can just follow the question and make sure that you get those elements correctly. So, then the practical part. We done 14 questions from this practical question. Normally for your practical examination you will get a similar question like this. You can go through this question through your VLE once you log to the personal computing web page, your page, and then you can get this model question. If you do this over and over again and practice this question, then you will be able to go through this practical examination very easily. So, normally as I said earlier, it will be 14 question, there will be 14 question for the calc paper, and hope you get good marks for the examination. Thank you.